9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it out in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust. Left behind, left to find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one, we are all one, we are all, we are all one, we are all one, we are all. Lift me up, yeah, moonchild, put me into overflow. Superstar.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Hope all is going well. I was just catching up on Ziggy and she's live. Woo woo. Well, I had some conversating to do and I was trying to think how I was going to handle this because I was in a very similar situation, but yet I didn't scam. And it was alone and my phone call I was put out. However, one thing about that situation, Cam was one of them that teamed up with circle jerks to kick me while I was down and used the opportunity. Now, I understand they offered over there, but the very first thing they did when they turned on me was had a scamathon for Cam. And it was supposed to be like a rub it in my face type thing because they knew I liked Cam and Allie, so they purposely went behind my back and told them lies, and which is fine because it showed who they really were when they. I know it was Cam that really said it, but anyways, what was so more maddening about it all is like I knew he was getting money from people behind the scenes and a lot of money. And I couldn't freaking say a thing because I swore I wouldn't. And so how mad do you think I was hearing Cam freaking talk shit about me? Like, oh, well, I don't know what Ziggy's capable of or why, who knows? Like, he gave me zero grace and actually joined in on it. Well, at the same time, I literally knew that he was getting thousands off people in the backgrounds. Like, that is not the only person, that lady. And yes, Christy Vincent did comment in the chat over there that he did the same thing to her. But she didn't go into details. He did the same thing, and he basically also blamed his latest arrest on her because she wouldn't give him money for a hotel and said he had to sleep in the car. There were some interesting things that came out on White Boys that if are true, it doesn't match with the things he told Christy. For example, why do you need money to fix your computer, Cam, if she bought you a brand new one? Are you serious? You told Christy you needed, how much was it? Oh, I'm stuck and I'm in Knoxville and I'm getting my computer fixed and I think it was like 500 is sticking out to me, but I was thinking it was more. And I need 500 to get my computer fixed or blah, blah. Of course, he was out in Knoxville, like, of all places, Donwell's stomping grounds. And he was saying he needed it to get his computer fixed, and he was having his computer worked on out there. And that it was just a bullshit. Let me see here what screenshot I have to. Let me think how I can put this. I'll email it to myself. How do you screenshot on an iPhone? I'm new to iPhone. I'll just have to, I guess, copy and paste. All right, which it doesn't, might as well just read it because I can't freaking figure out how to screenshot on an iPhone. I could look it up, but here we go. So he sent a text to Christy recently because he was making her feel bad about not helping out anymore because she told him that she couldn't anymore. And oops. I don't even know if I read this. Oh gosh. All right, so it says, the reason I went to jail, Christy, for the last time is because I could not get a motel room and I pulled over at a rest area and they tried to say I was intoxicated when I was not. They sent Allie to a hospital. If you would, please call us. We would explain it to you. Other than that, I'm not going to argue over text. I didn't say anything back to you when you told me you couldn't help me. I went to jail yesterday, or I went to jail because nobody would help me. Point proven. Nobody would help me. I went to jail just like that. That's what happens when people are left out on the street. Usually they go to jail. And you know what? When I got that 10 grand, do you know where it went? Mostly was taken for my court fines and stuff, or I would have paid you back. You know, we would have paid you back, but if you think that's bad of us, then you know what would be like everybody else and turn your back on us. We're homeless because we have to pay all the money to lawyers. We paid $9,000 in attorney fees. Sorry you paid it $500 to help us retain it. And by the grace of God, if he blesses me, you'll get that back before anybody else, because God knows you were the one that made it all happen, right? Because that's the way you're acting. And I'm not saying I don't appreciate the 500, but I'm going to say, I'm not going to have it rubbed in my face when you know good and well I can't fucking eat. And I have a car that breaks down every other day because nobody will co-sign for me, and I'll continue to be homeless because I don't need to have a big house and all the money in the world to be happy. I'll be happy for fuck like I am not right now. And you know what? One day God will bless me. And when he does, I will bless everybody that helped me. But I don't want to speak to anybody. I just want to pay them what they helped me with. And that's the end of it, because I saw how people's hearts really were when I needed help at my lowest point in time. God bless. Peace. Yeah, somebody else. So why would he need money for lawyers when that lady paid for the lawyers? And did you guys notice in that live as well? He said, what was it he was saying? Okay, so she paid she wanted to pay directly for something, but she was going to get him a trailer, like buy it, okay, and get him a trailer. But what he do instead? Oh no, why don't you just send us some money? For it would be cheaper if you just sent us some money for, like, yeah, sounds like you just wanted money for something else. More about the creator than Cam and Allie. What do you mean by that, Pam? And it wasn't just $500. Hold on. Let me see what else. That must be on my shush dog. Why does he just bark, bark, bark? Okay, let me see here. So, when was this? Okay, here, we're gonna show these real quick. Save, 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 save. All right. I haven't even read all this because it's long, but we'll read it together. See what it says together. See if it lines up with what he... Shush! Shut it. How do you think it was for me when, Cam, when Jim passed away, but yet you were accusing me of being a scammer with the circle jerks? How do you think I fucking felt? I didn't have an addiction I was paying for. Oh, it just makes me so fucking sick, dude. Download. Okay. Well, didn't mean to download it 20 times. Shh. Okay, so I guess she sent this a text to this would have been, okay, let me see when this would have been. December 3rd, okay? So actually December 2nd, because she said this was on a Sunday, December 3rd, and she said she sent this to them the day before. So, and I've been seeing these texts, for a while, but I swore not to say anything. And more than just these. So Christy reaches out and says, just want to reach out and pray things are getting better for you. I heard about Cam's arrest the night he was reaching out to me for financial help to get a hotel room. I must say you two have really hurt my heart. I trusted you. I believed you when you claimed you'd pay me back once you received $10,000 on tax returns. Once I confronted you about this and you again grabbed my heart, and I provided money to obtain an attorney to get your kids back. At this point, I understand I'm not getting my money back, just like the billboard ordeal, but I do expect an explanation and truth. So let's see. Which one of these was the first one? There's 4 screenshots here. I'm trying to figure out which one's first. They got mixed up. Okay. This one would be it. Yeah, that one is. Sorry, guys. It's a long message response. Okay, so this was the response. That would have been December 3rd. So he says, if you will call us, we will explain everything to you. The reason I was put in jail was because we were sleeping at a rest area. And this is a pre-payable offense. And I was instructed to not come to court, just pay the fine. And the reason we have not been able to pay you back is because we are homeless from paying attorneys due to my mother's from paying for attorneys. Somebody paid for the attorney for you. Will you guys stop fucking lying and just give it up? Oh, it's so irritating. I didn't have shit like this come up in my every single thing. Oh, this was just sorry. Thanks for the video on how to screenshot on an iPhone. So it says, and I was instructed not to come to court and just pay the fine. And the reason we have not been able to pay you back is because we were homeless from paying attorneys due to my mother's lies about us. But like I said, call us and we will tell you everything. If you know anything about us, you know we're not bad people. Christy, we started to call out CPS and the corrupted system, and look what happened to us. One thing I didn't, yeah. Oh, this is because I called out the welfare or the CPS. Like, come on. Let's see. Oh, well, Pam, if you think this is judgmental, you should have saw what the shit I fucking went through from, and he was a part of it. So, which one's next? This one, is it? It really hurts our hearts that you are believing the lies being spread about us, where we are homeless. We are trying to buy a shed to work on little by little to stand because we are in such a bad way, but we have only reached out to people when we were desperate. We do not want to ever be a burden on anyone. And how are we to blame about the billboard ordeal? Oh my God. She wasn't blaming you about the billboard ordeal. I don't even know why you're bringing that up. We tried to reach out to you and warn you about him as soon as we realized he was no good. That hurts our heart so much. And if you knew what we've been going through, and I promise you that I was not intoxicated when they arrested me. They sent Allie to a hospital and me to jail. He has an answer for everything, doesn't he? Is this one it? Yeah, because the law in Virginia says just to appear in public and then intoxicated manner. So all they have to say is that you look like you're intoxicated manner. Like I said, it's a pre-payable offense. So by me being upset and us sleeping in a rest area and me have been third-degree burns on my hand. I was upset with the cop and how they were treating us, and he'd take me to jail after threatening to take me to jail for this. It was not right. The cop even told me that he knew I was not intoxicated. Okay. You out of everybody should know how much YouTube reliance on people, and now all anybody ever does is call or text and accuse us of things without asking us for the truth, because they go, yeah, that's all messed up. I've read every single one of them, but yeah, and I was upset that cop were treating us. Oh, okay. At the bottom it says rest area. There is one more screenshot that's just small, has the rest of that last message here. You out of everybody should know how YouTube reliance on people, and now all anybody ever does is call or text and accuse us of things without asking us for the truth, because they go off things they hear on YouTube, and that's not fair. Well, it wasn't fair for me either, Cam. Did you call or ask me? You had my fucking number. Asking us truth before they go off on things that here on YouTube, and that's not fair. And as soon as I get back on my feet and get my income back, I will pay back. I promise you that. Yeah, this was recent. Those messages was earlier this month, and there's a lot more, but I don't know how much well, not a lot more. She didn't talk. She wasn't talking bad about, or she was at all. She never even talked to me about them really until once they started looking like they were using, which I would say, well, when it's probably been about 6 months. Yeah. And I remember him saying like, oh, I don't know how desperate Ziggy is for money or what she would do for money or something like that. And it was so hurtful, you know? Let's see. Because he would send messages like he's going to kill or unalive himself, or he's like so depressed and he doesn't want to live anymore, stuff like that, you know? And really, but this is on top of what he was getting on from that lady. And that money, all that money, like it looks like he was getting all that money, $14,000 since September. And that's like in the last few months. Did he really get lawyers? Anything else? Yeah, she's not going to try I'm sure she's not worried about or not expecting that money back at this point. Thank you, wise old lady. She says, I hit the like. Have you? Let me see. So here I guess I could pull up. I did record some of who did not see, did the majority of people see? I guess I could ask a poll or have a poll and see. I don't want to play a bunch of his content because I know he would freaking strike me in a second if given the opportunity. And I'm talking about White Boy. But me. I did record the part where that he went on panel.
Great relationship.
And dude, he was so high. It was embarrassing. And the worst and the saddest part, guys, was when he was trying to wake up Allie and she was like, I mean, now I know some people are heavy sleepers, but that was like not a heavy sleep type. That was a heavy sleep because of narcotics. I mean, because look at this. Look at how he is acting. This is White Boy. Can you guys share his channel, please?
You know, she will say this herself if you get her up here to talk. I didn't ask her for a dime. She sent us money because we were having a hard time with this bullshit with my children, which we'll get into.
Everything. He has an excuse for everything. He's unwilling to freaking. Every single thing is somebody else's fault. Every single arrest, Cam. It's your mom. It's CPS. You sound like Don Wells, like for real. Yeah, that's something that opiates cause. Like, well, not individual. I don't know. I think he might have something up that, but when he closes the one eye, that's totally an opiate thing. I know because I used to be hooked on opiates. Like when he's trying to, because for some reason, when like opiates like make your eyes like really kind of relaxed, and it makes it harder for you to focus. So a lot of times, like you'll close one eye to try to see. That's something I used to do all the time when I was on pills. And I see him doing it constantly. Now, I did hear on White Boys that supposedly they're in a methadone clinic. Why are they on a methadone clinic if they don't have an addiction? And why the hell did you get off Suboxone to go to methadone, Cam? Are you fucking serious? You said you were on Suboxone. Why would you switch from Suboxone? Anyways, that's just, I guess, just I don't like methadone, okay? I feel it's basically like legal heroin, seriously. And at first, when I first got clean, I was like, I'm going to get free pills, I'm going to get free methadone. And, well, I think they gave liquid, and that was my plan because I was like, I won't have to find pills or whatever. And I loved methadone. Like the high is just as good as heroin, really. And anyways, last second, thankfully I did not. I decided, okay, well, I better do this the right way. And so I decided to do Suboxone, and it changed my life, like for real. But it really doesn't. One thing they would not do that they were really careful for in that clinic is like, and they would watch for is people who would go switch from Suboxone to methadone, because that didn't really make sense. No, a clinic's not really rehab, but I don't know if that's what he's considering outpatient rehab. You do have to do counseling appointments, like probably weekly. And yes, they're going to have weekly drug screens. But depending on who he's going through, like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure with methadone, you have to go and I don't think there's anything like online you can do. Okay. So she just sent me here. Here, I'll just read it real quick. So in response to that, to his text that he sent her about him not having to go to jail because nobody would give him money for a hotel, she responded and said, wow, I think you need to I think you need to reread my previous texts. They were not hostile at all. Since February of this year, I've given you 1,700 in PayPal payments. So, okay, this is Christy to Cam. Let me see here if I can figure out how to screenshot. Okay, I figured it out. He's just like the stuff he says. I'm gonna show these so you guys could see it instead of just reading it. The stuff he says is so condescending and disrespectful, honestly, to somebody who's helped so much, you know. It's hard trying to learn this new phone. Okay. I'm waiting for it to. She does have. Christy is a really good person, but he took advantage of it way too much. I'm going to show it, Lucky Lou. It's screenshots that Christy sent me of their conversations. I'm just going to pull it up on screen and then we'll go back to this video. Exit full screen. I wish there was a way to an easier way to freaking do this, but it's a pain. Is this it? Okay. So she responds to him to what I read about him saying like he went to jail because nobody would give him money for a hotel room, and basically trying to make Christy feel bad because she wouldn't give him money for a hotel room. Like Christy texted me that night when he was doing that, and it was really sad because like he basically begged her. And you know, this was right after everything was put out about his arrest and everything. And so anyway, she responded, wow, I think you need to reread my previous texts. They were not hostile at all. Since February of this year, I've given you 1,700 in PayPal payments. That's not including the super chats I've sent. I tried helping as much as I could. The last request for hotel expenses, I couldn't help. You texted several times for begging for help. We lost my father-in-law. 2 of our kids got laid off. Sorry I couldn't help at your lowest point, but I think I've done a lot in the past. It's not my fault you had. Oh, thank you, Judy, for being a member for 20 months. It's not my fault you had to sleep in your vehicle at a rest stop, then get arrested. Take your filthy swear words elsewhere. I will not allow you to treat me so badly when I've helped you more than I have my own kids. He responds, Christy, I literally have nothing. It's hard to get a job when you have. have to download each and every one. Sorry. I'll figure out a easier way someday. So he responds, Christy, I literally have nothing. It's hard to get a job when you have child abuse charges on you, especially false ones, whether you are a nurse or the King of England. People don't like that. And I can assure you, if you would, but according to you, you just gave us a lesson on being charged and being convicted. You don't have to put your child abuse charges. You're not convicted. You're so full of shit. I know, I figured it out, Chloe. That's how I got these ones. Yeah, I guess I don't know. He said he's going to methadone. I imagine that's both of them. But why would she need to be on methadone? Why would she why, if you're off shit, would you do that to yourself and put yourself back on something to get addicted to it? Yeah, Don offered him a job supposedly too, is what White Boy said, and he turned it down. And so he says, I can assure you, if you would like me to send you the 2-4, what's that mean? Send you the 2-4 I have in my pocket that I rub together to make friction for warmth. Oh shit, that's what he said. If you would like me to send you the 2x4 I have in my pocket that I rub together to make friction for warmth, I will, because that's about all I have. I'm sorry you helped me more than your children. I don't understand why you did that, but I guess, like you said, you should just chalk that up. You'll never see that money again, right? That's a pretty shitty thing to say when you haven't even gave me a chance to get on my feet yet. Do you know what? Maybe the world is right. I don't deserve my kids. I'm a dopehead piece of shit. I went to jail because I wanted to go to jail. I was just trying to get motel money from you so I could use it for bond, I guess, because I wanted to streak through Winston-Salem with my burnt hand. You know, that's what I do for fun, since I'm just a big... See, this is what he does. Like, he sends these... Like, how disrespectful. How disrespectful. Okay, let me see. One more, guys. You know, that's what I do for fun, since I'm just a big troublemaker. Oh, and then I'll kitten wait to get home to beat my kids, you know, because I'm a child abuser, neglected piece of shit dad. That was all sarcasm, by the way, so please don't post it to YouTube. Anyway, when I get the money, you'll be the first to get paid, but maybe I'll be blessed and Ted be taking out... And oh, look at this, guys. Look at this, what he fucking does. Dude, I cannot... This is pissing me off, like, really bad. I was just sent these, so I haven't read these before. Okay. Maybe I'll be blessed and be taken out of my misery. So you know what? Maybe people shouldn't help people if they think that homeless people can pay them back immediately. Do you know how many days I went without eating anything? I'm living in a motel room right now, and my mom took me and Allison on 2 different cases of child support. So I'll probably be in jail for that too, because I can't afford that. And like I said, nobody wants to hire a child abuser. See, he's such in denial. He's such in denial. Right, sunshine? That's the truth. Exactly. And that's why she had to pull away. Like, it was only because she noticed, like, she couldn't ignore the red flags anymore. Dark Horse Justice, I'm sorry that what I think's gross is making people feel bad that you're going to kill yourself so that they'll send you money. That's what I think's gross. And also, I think's gross, he went up on Circle Jerk's panel when I just lost Jim, when they were accusing me of killing Jim. Nobody fucking stuck up for me except the few in here, that few of you guys in here. But literally, the whole fucking internet turned on me, and it was all lies. And Cam was right in the fucking middle of it, grifting, taking in donations off of my fucking hurt because they had a fundraiser. They decided like to throw a party when they first turned on me, and to start it, they decided, oh, they'll ask Cindy for help. How much money did Cindy give you? But I'm sure that's okay, right? Because you needed it, right? Fucking sick. This person's grown, Nancy. Her kids are grown. I see people, and a few people that are still enabling and victim blaming. Kingsport. Bobby Bernard. Can you send that to me? Because you know what's interesting about that, Green Eyes, is I was talking to Fred about a deacon over at Solomon Temple who lives on Ben Hill Road. And like those, well, I know it's all the psychics and stuff, but a lot of psychics say, and it does feel like church related with Summer, it could be church related with Summer Wells, but there was like a Sloan Bella, and also in Donna Serafina, which, by the way, she did talk to Fred, which I haven't even got a chance to talk to you guys about that. But only once. They haven't had. She's gonna email Fred some things and see if he knows where any of these spots are that she's seeing in her head, or that she feels like she's getting from spirit. But one of the people that Fred mentioned to me is a deacon at Solomon Temple, and that's just interesting you say that, because like in Sloan Bella's reading, she says there's like a pastor and a deacon, basically. Or a father and son, or like an older pastor and a young, like somebody else, like. Oh my God, I know, right? He is so lost. It's all poor him, and he has done absolutely nothing to put him in the predicament he's in. It's everyone else's fault. He's completely innocent and being treated unfairly. Yeah. And I love how people, like, there's those few people, not very many, because right, I know, Lucky Lou. I know I don't. It's just sad, like, because I know Cam and Allie are really good people when they're sober, but the person I've seen since I feel like he started using, in my opinion, is not a good person. But it does explain some things, I guess. Hey, Georgia. He doesn't need to put them charges if she hasn't been charged. The problem is she can't pass the drug test. Did you guys watch? Well, how many? Actually, I was going to take a poll on how many of you guys have seen White Boy's video. Before I start, like, just if like 100% of you watched it, then there's no reason. Well, I guess we could kind of. Either way, I'm probably going to play it anyways. No reason to do the poll, I guess. Yeah, but Green Eyes, send me that, whatever. If you have a picture of something like that, trying to make Ziggy feel 100% worse. It was like they were getting pleasure from watching Ziggy feel so much pain. It was sick. And Salmon Temple has come up. Wow. That's Salmon Temple is where I guess the police setup was. I was confused because there was two setups. There's one over at Solomon's Temple, and then the other one was over at Mount Carmel, I guess. But there's a deacon who lives on Ben Hill Road, according to Fred, a deacon who lives on Ben Hill Road. One is, and yes, these people are good with Bernards. One's a deacon at Solomon's Temple, and then one's a deacon at Mount Carmel. Yeah, that I like the guy that went on White Boy's panel, who was the recovering addict that really tried to speak some tough love into Cam, and Cam got very defensive. But what was sad is when people were wanting, Allie to speak because for a welfare check, I guess. I don't know how I felt about that, but whatever. She did sound like it was weird how she was sounding. It was sad because it was so obvious that she was under the influence.
Want to talk about it. I haven't got to speak about any of this because I've been trying to be smart about it because I have court, and you know all about it. You don't talk about court.
Oh, yeah, so, no, that's not why you don't want to talk about.
Listen, by all means, be smart legally with your children, man. If there's something you don't have to talk about, then I strongly suggest you don't do it.
No, you're not talking about this. Yeah.
I'm going to say a few things that ain't going to hurt me because they're facts. But
a few things that aren't going to hurt me because they're fact. Does that make sense? Shouldn't you be speaking fact at all times? Okay, that's mind F, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so my children.
Why is it? Have you guys noticed how
these charges?
How blatant scammers like this, blatant, obvious, freaking somehow it goes. They can somewhat talk their fucking way out of it to a point where people, for some reason, like I still see people in here that want to. The whole life was disgusting. Cam blaming everyone else for his mess is a major red flag. Yes. Really? 26 arrests in his life? Here, while I'm thinking about it, though, we need to share White Boy's channel, and I'll put it in the, he's not one of my favorites, but it is part of, oops, shit. It's what we do here. We share channels if we use their content. It's only right, you know? White Boy Lockdown. Here's his channel if anybody is wanting to subscribe. I don't know, reap what you sow. Maybe if they weren't trying to scam money in the background, people wouldn't be outing them, right? Reap what you sow. Don't you reap what you sow. Your comment, or you're kind of being, what is that, a contradiction? Yeah, I do hope that they, if they came on here and were just like, yes, we fucked up, we're on drugs, we're trying our best, we've gotten into a clinic, we're trying to taper down, if they would do that, it would go over so much better than this.
Came from exposure hair follicle testing after they had been in and out of my care for almost a month. That's when they got tested. And
how long stuff stay in a hair follicle? Okay, so it must have been from your mom's house, right, Cam? Because it's always somebody else's fault. Yeah, and yeah, why didn't you speak up for me? Reap what you sow. I didn't see you speaking up and being at all. That is completely different situation. This is straight scamming. If I sell my products and I have to pay a bill and I can't give it to somebody else, it's my products, it's my business. I don't know how people don't understand that. I wanted to help so bad, and I didn't even realize that was you, that I wanted to help so bad, but I learned a big lesson with that situation because I bit off more than I could chew. Was the truth of it. People will just shock the hell out of me.
Which, if you look up exposures of cocaine, you can get that from touching a buggy, somebody's sweat.
A receipts to Cheryl on what? Reap what it sow. Sure, come on up here. Come on up here. Expose me. What receipts do you have to show? Come on. I'm giving you come up here and expose me. What receipts do you have to show? That you did defend me? Well, I appreciate if you did, but that whole thing was like really messed up. It doesn't even really matter to even talk about that because it's like comparing the eggs, what is it, apples to oranges, whatever the statement is. It's not even in the same ballpark,
In their hands, run their hands through a child's hair. There's no way to accurately say that. And they said that on my son 14 times the cutoff. So yeah, I'm fighting it, and I'm attacking the chain of custody and the certificate of analysis. And before I go any farther, I myself got into treatment and have been in treatment for going on 3 months now. And the judge told me he was very proud of me and my wife because we weren't forced to. We did it just.
See, this is all stuff that he's saying, but you can say whatever you want to say. It doesn't make it fact. You know what I mean? He's saying the judge said this, the judge said that. We don't know, but it's just all noise. I don't even know why he got onto this. He was supposed to be explaining the money stuff, not CPS and the kids being taken.
And Danny offered to pay for those attorneys. We didn't ask her, but I damn sure appreciated it, and it was a blessing. But
I know, reap what you sow. I understand.
But it's how.
I understand. It is a sensitive topic. It is. It is a tough one to. But I will tell you this. Let me see. I've known about this for a very long time. Like as far as I had to be quiet about this for a long time. It wasn't like I'm just like, oh, I just can't wait to like out them or something. No, this is something I've known for a while, and it was really, really difficult for me to keep it quiet, knowing after the shit he had said about me on panel while he's knowingly in the background getting money off people. Several people.
User and a fucking grifter is not one of them. I try to be a good person. I mean, why would I go out and try to help find missing children to then hurt my own? I never put them on a screen or anything. Allie wasn't on lives because she was.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, Reap, I misunderstood what you were saying, but I do understand your concern. I get it. And I do. I was really upset earlier, but I calmed down, and I was like, because earlier I was about to freaking explode. I was so pissed. Hey, B.
Watching the kids most of the time. I mean, this shit's. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Danny I was very close to her, and look, talked to her like a mother figure, and she broke my heart, man. It was just out of nowhere. I didn't ask her. She offered to help us
Since summer, AB.
She has said that.
Since July, I believe, AB. It happened this summer when the kids went over to their grandmother's.
She has said that she has offered to help.
Hey, Diana.
She offered to help.
Go ahead. Sorry.
She said she offered to help. And
slow the chat.
She's went into detail with it, but she also said that at some point she had to stop, and she's looking.
Fine. I understood that, but this out of her own mouth, she would say, y'all would need cigarette money, and I would send you $300. That's my fault. She did that. I didn't ask her for that, and then I get blamed for it. Shirley, and I asked her how many times I asked her if I could send back the money because I didn't feel right about it. She wouldn't take it. Get her to tell you the whole story because this shit. The things that are going on in my life right now.
Yeah, because the kids being positive, you guys know how potent fentanyl is, and haven't you guys seen like videos where cops can just touch it accidentally and they are on the ground in a coma pretty much, or that's how strong it can be at times, and you just don't know what you're getting or the strength. up like a porn star with. He should have left her be. But what was funny is when not really funny, but when he did put her on camera, he was trying to get her to basically vindicate him or be like, hey, it was you that sent that message, right? I already knew that was the $17,000 message. That wasn't Allie that sent that. That was him. And he was totally trying to get Allie to, I don't know.
Don Wells and Candace didn't even get charged with the shit that me and my wife got charged with. And it's pure bullshit because I believe we were speaking out about the truth with CPS. And the first thing they said to us was shut down your channel. We didn't have a proper investigation.
Oh. Didn't Don offer you work, though, a while back, Cam?
I hate that when somebody calls me when they know I'm live.
Didn't Don offer you work a while back ago? To go
yeah,
work?
and I offered to take him up on it. Yeah, I actually have a job interview on Monday, and I'm not going to say what it is because people are like, oh,
yeah, there's no sense to do that. You don't want.
YouTube people made Allie lose her job 100%.
Right.
He was he was freaking out when she first woke up and said it was not her. Yeah, she acted really, really confused. And then he acted like, oh, I don't know how it got sent. Well, I mean, look at the comments that he would send Christy back. It's total sarcastic comments like, oh, I guess if I just don't, I might as well just freeze to death out here, or if I even make it through the night. That's the type of stuff he would say, and or just very sarcastic things like that message. So it's crazy that he was trying to put that on her.
I believe that my work has been contacted multiple times. There's no way anyone's going to find out where I work this time. But you have to live like that.
That's right.
But as far as Danny goes, she said that she did help y'all, and when she wanted to pull out, and when she told you it was enough, she couldn't do it. She said that, and she said the requests kept coming, and she's even showed.
That's not
true. There's quite a few screenshots where there's Allie saying it seems like it's a joke or something with the 17,000. And there's up until December 13th, which is like 3 days ago.
Here, let's fast forward it.
You guys hitting her up for money. Did we lose them?
Let's get the when that guy comes up on panel. That was crazy. Maybe it's not going to. Jesus. Jeez Louise. Hey, Susan. He lied about PG too, y'all. He claimed Allie got fired because of PG. Yeah, that's what he did say that too. But do we know exactly why she was really fired? Yeah, and you're looking at one right now. I'm just kidding. I couldn't help it. Yeah, methadone can make you look like pretty rough looking. So, I mean, it could be possible that that's what they're on. Of course, this freaking video is not going to play. We'll pull it back up and see here. I wanted to show the part where, I mean, I guess I could pull up his own video.
Great relationship. She
His action ID, all that. Come on, this. Yes, ma'am. So,
can I say
this is the entire month of November.
I love when that guy came up.
for the
It was
lawyer?
You just said that she did the lawyer.
She spent yes, but she paid that through the lawyer's office.
She paid that through the lawyer's office. Really?
Okay, I understand that, but it's whether she's given
$5,500 towards the lawyer's office,
or whether she gave it to you or gave it to the lawyer's office is still a blessing,
Bro, and nobody's denying that. So I don't understand what I'm totally very.
But what are you debating that she's saying? What is you wanted to
We're debating that we only got money that I believe through the cracking case is PayPal.
Well,
If-
this is
if I'm
you
not-
calling her. This is you
that's not
calling her 3 days ago.
Wake up.
You're calling her 3 days ago.
oh, watch this, guys.
Though I could see it.
Calling her 3 days ago. I did.
Here's the
I
call
did-
log.
I might have called her to talk to her because like
Oh my gosh, here.
I said, we were close, bro. Am I not allowed to call?
4:30 a.m. You called her. 4:30 a.m. Here's like
You know
here's
what?
like-
Oh yeah, that's another thing. The time that he said that he needed $500 that he was getting his computer worked on in Knoxville. You guys, this was at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Texting Christy, asking for money, saying that he was stuck in Knoxville getting his computer worked on or something. And it said something like he was broke down or I don't know.
But dude, this is the entire month of November call logs from you to her, and it's not that
Oh my gosh, this is bad. This is
What's
where she says, "Hey, I can't help you with money anymore."
here. We're gonna have to see if we can pull up his video. I don't know because that's like for some reason. But let's see. Let me look. Yeah, I can't. I hate iPhones, I swear. I'm sorry. I know there's probably a bunch of iPhone lovers in here, but I'm just not a fan. Save. How do I do this? Somebody sent me a screenshot. I'm going to show real quick. because Allie came on. I wanted to show you guys how she couldn't wake up. Like he had to like, it was bad. Just pull up. Wait till that gets here. I'm going to pull up his video, I guess. Still, that screenshot hasn't came through. All right.
But what?
Can I say something?
We might have receipts because a lawyer will give her a receipt for paying for it. We never touched that money.
So, but you're saying that it's not the same PayPal account.
So
Here's
she
$350
paid for the lawyer.
a different time, transaction ID, all that. Come on, this is legit as hell.
Allison, did you get pull up your PayPal?
It's up.
Do you have another one?
No, I only have this one.
Did you get? She's saying that she sent $350
$5,500 for the lawyer.
It's not.
For the lawyer.
You just said that she did the lawyer.
She spent, yes, but she paid that through the lawyer's office.
Right.
Not through us, bro.
Okay, I understand that, but it's whether she's given $5,000 or whether she gave it to you or gave it to the lawyer's office, it's still a blessing.
Bro, and nobody's denying that. So I don't understand what I'm totally very.
But what are you debating that she's saying? What is you wanted to
We're
straighten?
debating that we only got money that I believe through the cracking case is PayPal.
Well,
If-
this is
if
you
I'm not-
calling her.
is that
This is
not
you
accurate?
calling her 3 days ago.
Wake up.
You're calling her 3 days ago, though. I could see it.
Calling her 3 days ago. I didn't.
December 13th, 4:23 a.m., 4:25 a.m., 8 p.m.
Here's the
I
call
bet-
log.
I might have called her to talk to her because like I said, we were close, bro. Am I not allowed to call?
4:30
her?
a.m. You called her. 4:30 a.m. Here's like
You know
here's
what?
like- but dude, this is the
God.
entire month of November call logs from you to
She-
her, and
you
it's
know
got
what
the
was
dates
happening
where she
in-
says, "Hey, I
Dan.
can't help you with money anymore. I can't assist you guys anymore."
That's
Then
the
there-
last message,
Here's-
and we didn't even
Here's
ask.
White
her. We were
Boy's
coming back
link again,
for
guys.
treatment
300
because-
phone calls after she says no.
Bro, because I wanted to
Bro.
talk to her and tell her I didn't want money from her.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, what?
Can I say something, my boy?
Listen to her. Can she talk?
Sure.
All we want, like we.
Go ahead.
felt
Go ahead.
so
Go ahead,
good.
Miss Annie.
No, Allison's trying to say something.
She wanted to send me money. They asked me for another 150.
Yes, ma'am. So
When
she-
was this? That
She
one.
did show this. She
Allison, when did we
she's
ask
got
for
receipt
that?
for it too.
So that's another thing. I guess so supposedly, he asked her if to send her money, but then ended up really asking her for 150. Oh, well, thank you, April. It was the most horrible experience of my life. And really, but I learned a lot though.
She tells you that she doesn't have it, and then
When was that?
I don't have the exact date, but the screenshot I've already put it on the screen.
Can I see it?
Yeah, you got to give me a second. Go ahead, Free.
I would like to know.
Hey, listen, man. I don't really know you, brother, but I got to be honest, man. you're moving around 100 miles an hour, bro.
Bro, because I'm
Really-
fucking pissed
Hey,
off.
hold on.
homie.
Let me speak real quick. Man. I'm just coming at you straight up as a man who has been there, done that, bro. It looks like you need some serious help, brother.
Dude,
you
I
may
get treatment 7 days a week.
Bro,
I put myself.
you're talking to somebody that is a recovering heroin addict, dope
Me
fiend,
too,
bro.
bro. That's what.
Okay,
too,
well,
homie.
you look like you're high as a kite, bro.
Bro, I go to the methadone
And everybody
clinic
on the
7 days a week, and
everybody
I'm
in the
pissed off.
chat sees it.
I go to the methadone clinic 7 days a week. Why? Why would you go to the methadone clinic? You said you were on Suboxone. Why would you have, if you don't have a drug problem, why would you be on methadone when you were already on Suboxone? That doesn't even make sense.
She's been paying for it. She said that.
Do what?
She's been paying for it. She said that.
Paying for what?
The methadone clinic.
Who has?
Miss Danny.
Danny hasn't paid for the methadone clinic. She helped us with gas to get there, and we're trying to get reimbursement because we finally got our Medicaid.
I've already
And
put
that's
all
a
these on the
fact.
screen,
We drive
man.
an hour every day,
I've put all this on the screen.
7 days a week,
You
bro.
got to give me a second to go back and find it. It's on this stream. It's not like it didn't happen.
I'm sitting here eating, and this dude's gonna say I'm pissed off because everything
Well-
is coming at me, and my phone's done charging. My wife,
Bro, I
won't
don't care
fucking
what
wake
you
up.
are, bro. I don't care what you are, bro. You just took a lady for fucking $14,000.
Bro, I didn't
you
fucking-
think I really give a shit what the
Motherfucker, I
fuck
didn't
you
take
are?
that lady for nothing.
I don't give
She
a
was
fuck
my
what you
friend,
are.
and she offered it.
I don't give a shit. You still took
I mean,
advantage of it.
motherfucker,
All
who
the
the
calls
fuck are
after she
you?
told you no.
Who are you?
My
He's a
name's Free
creator.
from Fetter Grove, Joey. All over the places. I'm not hard to
that's
find,
good.
motherfucker.
Oh, great. Well, you know what? Maybe if you knew the whole story, you
I
wouldn't talk
see the
so
whole
much
story.
shit. You
He
do
just
not.
showed it.
Yeah,
just
I did
showed
put
it.
a lot up.
Yeah, but you might have showed it, but there's no explanation behind
I think
it.
she's calling back.
I can see the
Miss Danny,
explanation,
hold on.
bro. You're in a hotel and you're high.
I mean, I hope you motherfucker. I'm not high. I went to treatment day. I worked
You
my
are
ass off
high,
for
bro.
2
You're a
days.
liar, bro.
No, I swear to God on my babies.
How dare you?
I'm fucking pissed off because everybody is coming against us, and we have lost
How
every.
dare
Well, what do you think when you get 14 grand from somebody
Bro, I
and
didn't
then you
get. I
blow
didn't
their
ask
phone
you
up
for that.
300 and something times?
Dude, that shit pisses me off. I know, right? Methadone's a rough one. That is true. Yeah, you don't have to pay for it. April C says, I think Donna might be gifted. I can't believe I just said that. Well, the thing that bothered me about the one thing I have to say, though, it's the lady, I guess, when she came on, that Danny lady, the one that loaned him the money, she came on and said that she had seen, see, this is the problem with people like White Boy, or I don't know who else, maybe White Boy's not saying it, but the ones trying to make it seem like Dawn and Candace are being like screwed by CPS, and that CPS stole their children. Because the lady came on and she was like, well, I thought since maybe, I've seen how CPS has screwed over the Wells, and I thought maybe, I didn't want that to happen to them. See, that's the problem with putting out, it's like people like actually believe the Wells are getting screwed over by CPS because of lies. Like, people fall for that stuff. No, it's like free cupcakes if you have insurance. Methadone's very cheap. Even if you pay cash, it's way cheaper than like Suboxone or something. But anyways, everybody can go over there and watch it. I understand people. It is a sensitive topic, and I'm not gonna sit here and just like, I'm not trying to bully them or anything, but I want Cam to know like how bad it hurt me when he jumped on the bandwagon with the circle jerks, and didn't even contact me. But I know why he did it, because he was actually using, and they were collecting money for him, and but still, it was bullshit. And the things that he said about me, saying he didn't know what I would do, like how desperate I was for money, and it was horrible. Right, Michelle? I agree. But even though you wouldn't think that people would actually really truly believe that CPS has stolen Don and Candace's kids, but there are people out there that believe it. I mean, the lady who loaned the $14,000 to Cam, that's like the very first thing she said when she came on panel was, I saw Don and Candace being taken advantage of by CPS, or what they went through with CPS is what she said, something like that. I saw what Don and Candace went through with CPS with the boys, and I was scared for Cam and Allie. Oh yeah, don't worry, Sherry. I understand. I get it. This is only going to be a one-time thing. We're not going to stay attacking Cam and Allie. I don't want them to hurt themselves. I understand it's a vulnerable time, but also at the same, sometimes we need tough love. Okay, sometimes we need it smack right in front of our face. He's still in denial, and if both of them are obviously still in denial, and if they don't like shape up, it's just going to get worse. And then you guys are going to have to really, really worry about them, because if they don't get help, they might not survive this. So it's just time for them to come out and just be honest. I really think it would do them good, that I think it would help them in their healing process in many ways. Like, plus then it would help them realize, like, just like that guy said, he came on, he's like, you're in a hotel room right now, why aren't you in a rehab? Because he says he's in treatment. No, he's not. He's going, and he said the judge like congratulate him for doing that. What do you mean the judge congratulated you? You said that you were on Suboxone. Yeah, it's just, but I understand we can't force them. I get it. That's why it's not going to help for me to go live every day and be like, and just rub it in, or anybody really. But I did have to get some things off my chest just so he knows, like, he can't run from the truth for much longer. There's going to be more people who come out and expose them, I'm sure. So it's just time to do the right thing. And I think that's the best thing that you guys could do, or that we could do, is encourage them to just do the right thing. It would make them feel a lot better just being honest. Like, yes, we fucked up, and things really, and when when the kids got taken, we went off the deep end, something like that. Whatever the truth is, anyways. Right, my wrench? That's a good comment. I said it before. It takes several people to be pallbearers to carry a casket. Imagine if you had these people to carry you through hard times. Oh, Yoga, that's horrible. Narcan is needed. I hope they have Narcan in there, Vet Girl. I would guess that they probably do. If he really is going to a methadone clinic, I don't know about in the state that we're in currently, but in Indiana, anyways, I believe, or maybe in West Virginia too, I believe, they have to offer you, when you get prescribed that kind of stuff, they also have to give you Narcan. They have to offer it to you. So I imagine that's the same. Like, they're definitely, I would imagine that's the same for methadone as it is, because methadone is even much easier to overdose on. I know he tried forever to like wake her up, and it was, I actually was embarrassed for him at that point. I actually felt bad for him because it was embarrassing, because she was so out of it. But I do know some people are hard sleepers, okay? But when there's smoke, there's fire. And I understand, like, certain things don't mean, that doesn't mean, just because it was hard for her to wake up doesn't mean she was on drugs, right? No, it doesn't. But when you have all these little things add up, like, and there's just an excuse for everything. Like, my mom's like against us, and CPS is trying, doing this or against us, and the hair follicle test, like, and then there was something about a drug screen poured into another cup and was contaminated. Like, everything is somebody else's fault, I was trying to show a screenshot of Allie, but I don't know. She did not look good. You guys can see over there on White Boy, so I don't mean to, like, I'm not trying to shame them. Trust me, if I would have been live, like when I first was watching this, when I saw White Boy, like, I wanted to go live right that second. I was about to have a big fit. Just because, like, to see that I'm guessing there's probably more out there. Because I know when Matt or White Boy was up there, I think his name's Matt, right? When he was up there, I don't know why I said Matt. I guess that's probably his name. When he was up there and saying, well, there's got to be others out there too. And I was sitting there thinking, yep, there is. And I'm thinking, and that's the same thing I thought when I knew what they had done to Christy. About to have a BF. You like the pink hair? when opiates do something to people's eyes and make them look a certain way, I don't know. It really makes you look gross. Oh, Matt and Noel. Okay. What is that girl saying? Wasn't Allie a drug addict when she met Cam? Not a drug addict. From what I thought she was a nurse, like his nurse at a rehab place. And, but you know, a lot of nurses, there are a lot of nurses that end up getting hooked on. To my knowledge, Cam and Allie have friends that care about them, and they have tried to keep it quiet for a year or so. Right, Shannon? It's not a choice we want to have to make, speaking from experience. Oh, yes, you have the biggest heart, and Christy will be, I'm sure, one of their biggest supporters once they get help. I guarantee it. She's still one of their biggest supporters. It's just that it doesn't help them to lie to them, guys. Yes, Allie did meet him in rehab. Like, she was his nurse or something like that. She does have a beautiful heart. Yeah, Suboxone is very hard to come off of because it has a very long half-life, and so that means the withdrawals. Oh, yeah, it takes a while. It takes a while for the withdrawals to kick in. Well, you know, it like with something like methadone, you're going to withdraw pretty quickly because its half-life is so short. But Suboxone has a very long half-life. It's like it can stay in your system for like up to 2 weeks. Why did they get involved in Summer's case in the first place? Well, at first, like, they were really respected. People really liked them. You could tell that they weren't using when they first started. Yeah, if it is true that Cam got her, now she's an adult, so we can't blame him completely. I'm sure he didn't force her, but if it's true that Allie never used before and started using with Cam for the first time, you know, I think that's, I guess we would have to know how it all went down, but Cam definitely, he knows how it is to be a drug addict, and I really hope that he didn't encourage her to use. I was curious about them because I haven't heard through the grapevine anything from what Cher, you know, I knew Cher was in contact with his family, and I've been curious. Like, I've noticed that he's been making, for some odd reason, he's been making these like digs at Fred Hill, which is like whatever, you know, but a lot of the stuff that he was posting. Have you guys been noticing his weird shorts he's been posting lately? Three years ago? Oh, I guess they haven't. Yeah, they came around about exactly the same time I got here. I thought they were being paid to defend them. Oh, really? They've gone back and forth. What's that? Reap what you sow. Wow. You're coming off it right now? How many milligrams are you on, and like how often do you take, like how bad has it been? How long have you been coming off of it? So sorry for any acting more, worrying and pleading with them is useless. They were involved with the meteor moron. You know what? I saw Tim Mullins 777 in chat. Yay! Lucky number. Thank you, universe. Anyways, it's a lucky number. I saw on Tim Mullins recently one of his Facebook page. I think it's the Summer Wells Facebook page, like Family One or whatever it's called. I don't know. But I saw where he was actually sharing Trev Times like content and stuff. Are they in communication? Yeah. At this point, Fred's looking better than Cam. I mean, that's what drugs does to you. It does make you not like really care about. He probably truly believes what he's saying. Cam probably really does. I'm trying to think back to how I felt. Like, did I think I remember I thought everybody did it. And I couldn't imagine. I was like, man, life would be so boring, like not drinking or doing anything. I couldn't imagine life without it. Yeah, I saw him making fun of Fred. What do you think about Cher coming up in her comments? When she came up, she was like really, really harsh. What was it she said? She came up and said something about him lying, or what was it, Buddy Love? I forget. He does look like a new man, doesn't he, Penelope? Tim has Trevor blocked on Facebook? What? I literally just saw him sharing Trev Times content and them talking in comments, and Trev said thank you or something. I was like, that's good if he can get Tim to talk to him. Your friend's daughter. Oh, reap what you sow. Would you please share it to your subs? If I send a flyer, one of my longtime friends' little 15-year-old daughter is missing. Police will not help because she's considered a runaway. Yes, for sure. For sure. I do know when she first came up, I thought she came up like what she said was way too like harsh. But I can't remember exactly what it was she said. Oh, okay. So you haven't really started weaning off of it yet, Crystal? I think that Suboxone is a miracle drug. He said he was blocked by Tim last week. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, well, I guess maybe that's happened. Maybe this was what I saw might have been right before that. Oh, about a welfare check. We need a welfare check on Allie. Yeah, I thought that I didn't think it was her place to say that. Because she came in saying we needed a welfare check on Allie because he left his brother to die. It was really, but his brother didn't die though. But still, like if he did live, that is pretty messed up. So I don't know. I'm kind of mixed feelings on that. Like, I don't think. Sometimes I question Cher's. I'm trying intentions, but I know she's been trying to. She's been cool with me, so I'm trying not to talk shit about her. But like, I know she's not the most honest person, but what she was saying, she did have a point too. It's weird. Dark Horse, why do you always have something negative to say? Like, seriously. It's weird to me that you're still in here listening. That's what's weird to me. I think it's gross to me that you sit here and listen to something that you find so offensive. Like, you waste your time with it, with negativity. Why do you fill your world with that? You're very negative. I don't know what lose my mind over someone disrespected me. I don't know what you're talking about. Disrespected me. I never said anything about anybody disrespecting me, but you clearly just want to argue. So we'll just have to block you because you are on one. And I guarantee you probably will not come on panel and explain to me what you're talking about. It was what's her name? Dark Horse Justice. Like she kept like talking shit to me the whole time, and like I even literally stopped talking about them and say, you know what, maybe we should just like chill out on it, whatever. And here she comes again. Like, nothing makes these people happy, you know what I mean? It's just like, she's the type of person that no matter what I do or say is not going to make her happy. She's a perfect example. Because this is not the first time I have seen her in comments talking shit. She just doesn't like me, plain and simple. Right off to the sunset, Dark Horse. She went live in her lingerie. Are you serious? Share. Oh my gosh. Does anybody have any suggestions? Like, what's a good quick way? Like, for example, I can't get my prescription, my antidepressants filled without I have to go to an office visit, but it's like, I can't get in till after Christmas. And anyways, long story short, I'm out of my medicine. Today, I was able to get a loaner for a few days from the pharmacy, but the doctor will not refill the prescriptions without a visit. Anybody have any ideas of what I could do that, like the easiest way is there to get antidepressants that I need? An ER? I guess if I had to, I guess. Urgent care? Some urgent cares won't prescribe antidepressant. Online virtual appointment. I tried that. Yeah, well, it's kind of expensive. I didn't quite have what I needed, but that is something that I was looking into. I was just seeing maybe if they don't take my insurance. Hers.com. What's hers.com? Urgent care just sometimes won't do antidepressants. What's a PCP? You've had to do that at the ER for antidepressant? Is it for urine? What do you mean for urine? No. They don't have to do a urine screen. No, because it's not a narcotic. It's just Wellbutrin and Prozac. Amazon has doctors that you can do a telehealth with. How much is it? Hers is kind of expensive, $70. What is hers? How quickly can I get it? Like, is it same day? I need something that I can get like tomorrow. I'm scared of having some kind. How come it's saying it's not private? What is hers? It's not coming up. I don't know what hers. It's not. That's not an actual website. Hers.com. How do you HERS? Make an appointment with. Oh, okay. That's probably a good idea. Maybe they would do it if I did that. If I made an appointment. I don't think they'll do the place that I. They do a brief doctor visit online and we'll mail them out. What's the website again? I can't. Hers. It must not be. I agree. I can't probably call them on Sundays though, huh? They already gave me a loaner of 4 days, so I don't know if they would do it again. Teledoc. I know. I started feeling weird. That's why I went and got a loaner off of at Kroger. They gave me 4 days. I was feeling weird. I had gone without it a couple days, and I was starting to just not feel. Which I've gone off of them before, but I don't feel like comfortable or a good enough spot right now to just stop them. Hers app. Okay. Amazon, Doctor on Demand. I knew you guys would be full of good ideas. Can you go online and make an appointment? Amazon, it's only $30 to do Amazon Doctor. Amazon, and they can do it like same day. I know CVS. Now CVS too is another one. CVS has, but it's $100, which I don't have right now. So I'm just trying to, I was thinking maybe like I could go in person. A dermatologist via telehealth. I'm going to try the Amazon thing. Can you just say, I'm out ICU. Today's the last day that I had them. So, okay, go to, you're saying, I almost asked you, Christy, if your husband could call him in, but probably not because he's out of state. There's certain rules with some antidepressants, like, and I'm trying to think too if CVS is going to be able to, because they did it for me for a while when I didn't have a doctor. Like, it's a long story, but they can only do it so many times per year. But I can't remember when it was I went there last. So Amazon telehealth. And you also said something about hers. It's an app. And that they can possibly call them in. Good doctors will not let you go without withdrawals, brutal antidepressants. Doctors on Demand. They didn't, it was my fault. Like, I knew I needed to make a doctor's appointment and get in there because they had already told me like they were going to stop refilling my prescription if I didn't do a doctor's visit. And I kind of just let it go too long and they kept filling it and stuff. So it's my fault. Like, I procrastinated so bad. I do this shit to myself all the time. He could, but I know he'd say you have to follow up every 3 to 6 months. He could call him in for me. I take Prozac and Wellbutrin. I mean, I have proof that I've been taking it. So I think a lot of times, like sometimes, like you can't do the telehealth ones for antidepressants. Like they want to see you for the initial visit. Like I've tried that on ZocDoc before for antidepressant. Yeah, see, it's nothing in narcotics, so it's not like. Right, Lana? I know. Oh, I'm sorry, Diana. Are you one I did a reading on? That was crazy. I'm not gonna talk. I won't talk about it, but I know. See, I've stopped them before. The same medicines, the same exact medicines, and that's how I knew they worked well. And when Jim passed, that's why I asked to be on the same thing, because I knew that they worked really well for me. And I stopped the last time, no problem. I had zero like side effects or anything. But I don't feel like in a good spot to do that right now. Asked to be put on cancel list at doctor's office. What's that mean? If you have made an appointment, then you can. Maybe I will try to see if an after hours thing. Maybe I'll call. Maybe I'll try that tonight, because I think the place I get them through is through IU Health too, like network. So they definitely have an after hours thing. But see, this is something I should have done earlier, but of course I procrastinated till last second. Well, I don't have a primary care doctor myself. My daughter does, but actually he's prescribed it. He's prescribed something for me before, but that's when I was in his office. I can't just call and be like, hey. Right, Lana? It does help you lose weight. It did that for me at first when I first started taking it. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Does it cause me health problems? No, YouTube does, though. Maybe that would work if I call. If I say, like, if I make an appointment, can you please call in a month? Like, it was great when CVS was doing them there, because for a while, like, gosh, at one time they gave me like 3 months supply. But Betty, I already did a loaner through Kroger, so I doubt they're going to do another one for me. Right, Sue. But that's why I went and had to go get a loaner this last time, is because I did notice a difference. And like I felt like it was, I mean, of course some of it's going to be what's that? When you what's it called when you just placebo effect. Like you just like are thinking, it's like you feel like you should be withdrawing, so you feel like you're going to have an effect, going to be all depressed coming off of them, so you kind of like makes it happen basically. That's a side effect of Wellbutrin. Oh yeah, I don't care what people say about and that. I don't care. I mean, Jim passed away. Yeah, it's been a year, but still, I can't even freaking believe it's been a year. It's unreal. I'm going to try to call him tonight and see. I'm currently taking 750 milliliters of Pinot Noir. I know I have different issues, but I culturally quit 2 meds in January and I had a major seizure. I broke ribs and hit my head. I remember that. Most of all of us in here get along pills. Something. Are doctors have to be licensed in the state that they're like can they prescribe in any state? It's weird going from I'm an Android girl. Yeah, a lot of people self-medicate. Yeah, it's hard because there is a stigma attached to it big time. My dad, like, oh my gosh, he made me feel like horrible for being on antidepressants. Oh, did somebody just send me a Cash App? Oh, thank you, Nurse Sandy. Thank you so much. I just so happened to look at Cash App right when. Thank you so much. This time of year is definitely the hardest. Reap what you sow. And sorry about that I got on you earlier. But I am glad to know that I couldn't remember. I am so sorry. I hated that I couldn't help you with that electric bill. I really wanted to. But I know that's been a long time ago and we're past it. So you don't want to relapse back into depression due to withdrawal. You were just thinking about doctors and out-of-state scripts? What are you chewing on over there? St. John's Wort. Oh, is it? Seasonal depression is very real. Yeah. I do hope that I just hate it for Cam and Allie because I just wish that they're just in denial right now. I just wish I could just, be like, stop. I just wish they would just be honest. It would work out so much better. It's frustrating because I really think I know that they're afraid to be honest and stuff about it, but I think that they would get more sympathy or more support than they think. We're all human and we all fall short all the time, Cam. And if you meant that you lied to everybody and stuff, I'm sure people would understand. Aww. Thank you, Lucy Cat. She sent me. Thank you so much. She sent cash up to help with the doctor's appointment. That's really sweet. A sad light. Right, nicely done. I don't think so either. They probably won't. Melatonin. Once you become honest about it, the shield falls down for you and others. It's the best way to do it. Yeah, because see, the thing is, as people know that they're not being honest, and what that does is make people want to prove that they're lying. You know what I mean? And all that's going to do is get more people coming out of the woodworks because they might think it's people being mean to them or whatever, but really it's for their best interest. Because if they don't realize soon the state that they're in rock bottom, this is their rock bottom. I don't know how much worse it could get, Cam. For you to see. Your kids are not with you. You guys are in a hotel room. Yeah, thank you, Lucy. I can forgive a mistake, but not lies and cover up. Yeah. But see, yes, they're still in a motel, Grace. They were live on White Boys this evening. It was sad to see Allie like that. It was. My mental health goes off the rails if I don't exercise. I hate it. Yeah. I've been trying to, go for walks every day. Just walking the pup, Just like a half mile. I'll walk down to the gas station and back or whatever. It does help a lot. It does lift my spirits, but it's like the whole actually getting up and going though. Once I'm out there doing it, it feels great. Yeah, it's really the reason why you can't be honest. Well, all addicts are, no matter who you are, they have to lie because, well, I mean, when somebody asks if you're using, for instance, scared they're going to lose if they don't get help ASAP. They have children. Hopefully, they can get back on path to recovery. Yeah, and hasn't Cam already before been honest about relapsing, like to his subscribers? Hasn't he been honest before? And like, I mean, trust and believe. Like, if I was going through what they were going through with CPS and stuff, like, it's hard. Like when you're in that place, in that tough of a place, and you've lost your kids. Yeah, it's, you don't have a home. You have a car that's breaking down or whatever. Everything's falling apart. It's going to continue like that. It's not going to get better, Cam, if you keep using. It's going to just keep getting worse. There's not much worse to go, is the problem. It's like meditation. Yeah, it is kind of, it does. You're right. It is like meditation. Get angry. My hubby fights for his life while others are trying to take theirs. Yeah, I could see. Yeah, Rebecca, but it's not just getting called out though. It's one thing to call somebody out, just go up on their panel like Tiffany Marie did and call him out for being high on his live. Like that's completely different than having to out somebody who is basically behind the scenes telling people the same story or different story, whatever appeases or works best for them, just so they can get money. I mean, the same tactics using for different people. It's not okay also to scam people, is the problem. Can we let it go just because he's an addiction and he's in a sensitive spot? I mean, what do you do in that instance? You just let it go and let people in the community be scammed? It's a tough one to deal with. And I get the other side too. People saying, oh, they're in a sensitive spot. Like they could do something stupid. I get that too, but Six up did that thing to him. What a fucking hypocrite she is. Spiraling and need help, yeah. Thank you guys so much for all your suggestions. You guys had a lot of good suggestions. Seriously. So the app is called Hers. Is that something that's like 24/7? Let me see. But Amazon too is like, is Amazon an app that you download? Like Amazon, like telehealth or something? There's a lot more out here that help, not to my knowledge, but have a feeling. Yeah. And people will probably just keep coming out if they keep denying it, you know? Amazon will fill it one time. So Amazon, I just go to Amazon website and medical care. Oh. One medical, or what's that? What's the Amazon? What's the difference between Amazon Clinic and or Amazon One? Let me show you. Hey, Blue Solo. Right here. One medical or the clinic. Amazon Clinic is what you want. So what do I go to here? Let's see. Premature ejaculation. General medical care. No, Blue Solo. I'm about to get off here in a second. I have to. What should I pick? This doesn't say anything, though, about antidepressants. Let's see. They also won't, your clinician won't order lab testing, initiate or adjust mental health medications. Initiate or adjust. I'm reading what you guys are saying. Okay. No. $85. I read the rules. They don't prescribe, but they will fill them one time long as you prove you're on them. Okay. All right. Well, waiting for a freaking deposit. Tomorrow's Sunday, of course. Premature ejaculation. All right, I'll check out in a little bit. If he doesn't realize how ridiculous it sounds lying and begging for you for money and drugs. Yeah, they are hard, Kelly. Yeah, but Nurse Sandy, will they take insurance? Aw, thank you, Diana. What's PPC? What's it mean way cheaper for PPC? Do they I don't think they take insurance on these things, do they? Personal care provider. But where do I Hold on, it's sending me of course, the code I have to put in. Oh my God, Rebecca, a monster rabbit. Doctor on Demand. Is that that's an app too? Doctor on Demand, okay. Amazon doesn't accept insurance. A pretty Christmas song for Ziggy. Oh, so a briefing on Fred's call with Donna. I guess they just talked about like Fred was trying to help her with the location of where Cotton's body was found, and like he doesn't know the exact place, but he was trying to he knows the area. But I guess they didn't do any readings or anything like that. She's going to send him some stuff, like some things that she's seeing, and she's going to email them to him, and he's going to see if anything sounds familiar. A new address. Oh, who's going live? Who's live next? From New Richmond, Wisconsin. Public drunkenness. You can ask, okay, start a visit. Where are you today? Indiana. Prescription renewal. None of these. Well, maybe I should go so I can work. I don't know. Prozac and Wellbutrin. Well, because fentanyl is for people who have a tolerance. Wellbutrin and Prozac. Okay. When did you last take your, within the past 48 hours? 48 hours. So on the Amazon one, they'll call them in. Why did Michelle Walk say Granda's parents died when she was 19? She'll be on fire tonight. Justin, when's Justin going live? All right. Well, I guess I'm going to get off here, guys, because I'm going to look into this stuff that you guys gave me so many amazing ideas. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you so much to those of you who donated. It helps out really. It really does, because honestly, I didn't. Oh my gosh. So I didn't see that people, freaking Venmo is not giving me, is not letting me know when I get freaking Venmos. Chloe and Stormy, thank you so much. I am so sorry. Like, I don't understand why Venmo is doing that. Is anybody else having that same experience with Venmo not like letting you know when you get? Oh yeah, if I had to, I would go to the ER. I believe addiction is genetic, yeah. Thank you, Chloe and Stormy, so much. Gosh, I feel bad. How long was that? I wasn't. You guys probably thought I was ignoring you. Hey, Jane, don't get some. You know what? I don't have any boys in my life, Rebecca. Well, thank you, Nurse Sandy. I really appreciate it. Because at the very least, I think I can go do CVS online too, but they're a little bit more expensive. Amazon's $85, so. I guess someone gave him Coca-Cola laced with fentanyl. Cops found it in my closet. I had no idea. Woke him dead. He was clean. Can't understand. You're locked out of your Venmo. Many of our patients see us to get refills on their current antidepressant medications. A consultation with a qualified physician to determine if you qualify. Are you copying this from a call on doc? Will send online refill. Call on doc. Is that another one too? Call on doc. I do remember Cam called out Cam a long time ago, but at the same time, it's not like Tiffany really gave a crap. She's just drama. So that's why people don't, why that was messed up. Well, cool. Then I might be able to get it refilled tomorrow then. Thank you guys so much. I had a lot, like, seriously, when Jim passed away and I ran out, yeah, I had a hard time, like, for some reason, finding without having to freaking travel like an hour. But a lot of times, though, some places will let you do virtual after the initial. But, all right, guys, I need to get some stuff done. Thank you so much. And I might be live on my other channel. Never know. But I'll see you guys around.